Happy Memorial Day. In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA playoff bet slate for Monday, May 27th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our May 27th NBA playoff bet slate we got going down. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 5.22 thousand subscribers, and we are on the road to 10K. Thank you guys so much for showing so much love and support. I'm going to keep bringing you these videos each and every day as consistently as possible, bringing you this free content. All right, if you're already subscribed, you already know the deal. Like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a broader audience. If you're not subscribed, you guys are missing out on a phenomenal community on YouTube and on Patreon, okay? So if you're not subscribed, just like that video down below and obviously hit that subscribe button as well, and it'll go a long way. Now, speaking about the environment we got on Patreon, in the previous video, we had the Indiana Pacers here cover the 7. I was on the side of the Pacers. They came through and they cashed both tickets. The line went all the way up to 8, and I was able to grab it at 7.5 and 7. So that was a very good sign here for the core and the group there. And we're also hitting on MLB parlays for the Sunday parlay. There was 2 of them. This is one of them. That hit as well. Atlanta Braves and the Baltimore Orioles. We would have went 2 for 2, but the Yankees failed late in that game, but that's okay. We cashed on this one here, and hopefully we can cash in on the main play. We'll see how that goes with the Mavericks, okay? So let's get into the slate. For our Memorial Day game here, we got the Boston Celtics going up against the Indiana Pacers here. Game number 4, the Celtics are up 3-0, so this is for all the marbles right now for the Indiana Pacers here. Can they stay alive? And there's a big question mark. Will Tyrese Halliburton play in this game as well? So looking at the current odds, very similar to game number 3 here. We have the Boston Celtics as road favorites here, minus 300 on the money line with the comeback of the Indiana Pacers at a plus 240. The point spread is at a 7.5. And then the total is set at 222.5. So they've been very consistent with this total each and every game. It slightly went over in game number 3, and that ended with 225. So it reached that over. They came out phenomenally here. People were doubting the Indiana Pacers here and their team total because of Tyrese Halliburton out, but that did not matter. You're talking about a home team here, and that's when role players step up, and that's what happened in game number 3. A lot of guys stepped up to the challenge here and was able to compete against the Boston Celtics, okay? For the public bet percentage here, it's looking a little bit similar to what we saw in that Mavs and Minnesota line here. Looking at the public, 85% of the bets, and we have 67% on the money on the Pacers, so complete opposite there. So all the bets coming in, and these are probably most likely big bets, all right, because you got to cover that money line at a minus 300. Plus, a lot of people think that this series is over anyway, so we're most likely going to see with the big bettors, the sharp bettors there is probably $10,000, $15,000 bets. That's what we're talking about here that are coming in on that side there. But a lot of the money is coming in on the Pacers because they are a great parlay piece. They played phenomenal in the majority of that game. They really fell apart in that fourth quarter there. All right, so for the point spread, 79% of the bets, 79% of the money on the Pacers to cover that 7.5. And for the total, yet again, 94% of the bets, 95% of the money on the over 222.5. So for the injury report here, we're going to wait on news about Drew Holiday. He did come down with a little bit of an illness, so right now he's questionable. Stay tuned to news down below with that RotoWire link, all right, just in case if he's going to be in or out for game number 4. If he's out, that is going to be a major loss for the Boston Celtics. He's their regulator, the veteran that they really lean upon, and one of their better perimeter defenders that they have as well. For the Pacers, obviously, is Tyrese Halliburton. No news as of yet right now on him if he's going to give it a go with the hamstring issue. Hopefully, it's not very similar to the OG Anunoby issue where Tyrese plays and then only plays a couple minutes and then is out. So if he's ready, at least show up for the majority of the game. All right. What did we see in game number 3? It was the Pacers coming out very, very strong in the first and second quarter, and they were able to hold a solid lead, a double-digit lead against the Boston Celtics, but they slowly faltered in that second half. A major issue for the Pacers was, shockingly, they were not able to hit the three-point ball. You had the Celtics hit 16 threes, and the Pacers only hit 5. So that was a big thing. This is a very good three-point shooting team. So that was one of the issues there between the Celtics and the Pacers. This what allowed the Celtics to come all the way back. All right. Now going into game number 4, a lot of people are on that Celtics team to win. They should win this game, all right? I do think that this series is 100% over, but the question is, will they sweep, all right? This is a team that we're talking about in the Boston Celtics that supposedly in situations that you expect them to do it, they tend to not do it, all right? So if we're looking at this right now, despite the fact that it's looking like a public underdog here in the Pacers, I know the money is very heavily on the Celtics side. That's why it's almost reaching the 90% mark. So the majority of the money, I'm talking about big bets here because this series is literally over, is on that Celtics side. So this is a little bit different here when we're talking about a public underdog because a lot of the big money is on the opposite side of the Celtics. All right, and this is a team that I do not trust. It would be fitting if they close it in at home. So we're going to be going with the points here. The Pacers have showed up they have showed up in almost each and every game. They did show up because they could have won 1 and they could have won game 2. And then they let it go in game 3. So we're going to go with the plus 7.5 for the Indiana Pacers. Saw the interview after game number 3 with Rick Carlisle. He is highly motivated here and very angry of what transpired in that game. And I expect him and the Pacers to come out one more time, kicking and screaming here as a home team. And I'm going to be taking the points here because I do not trust the Boston Celtics. Give me the plus 7.5. And if we're going with the total over or under, I'm going to lean towards the over to 22.5. If they're going to put away the Boston Celtics, the Pacers are going to have to continue to score. All right. They can't stop them one-on-one, obviously. So they're going to have to blitz them and score them like they did in that first half. They just need to make sure they can close it. And don't leave it in the hands of Andrew Nembhard. You have PACERS-CELTICS there, who is the NBA champion. Give it to him to close the game. That's what I expect to change here for the Pacers in that fourth quarter. Force-feeding PACERS-CELTICS. He's going to have to be huge in this game here if they're going to keep it close or even win and push it to a game number 5. All right. So those are going to be our selections for the Monday slate. Let me know in that comment section down below. What are your plays? What are your opinions on game number 4? Is this going to be a sweep or will the Pacers fight to live one more day? All right. If you want the premium plays, remember that Patreon link is provided down below. And I'll be back with another video very soon. All right. Peace out.